Yeah.
Welcome back, boys. They said we wouldn't return. They thought I was lying. No, we're doing this podcast for real, dude. We're doing it scheduled. We're going twice a week. Or no, not twice a week. Fuck that. I meant twice a month. Twice a month we're doing it. Twice a week? No way, bro. I'm struggling to get it once a week, bro. Okay. But check this out. We got Aaron in the room and Alex. What's popping?
Not shit, man. Just sitting here chilling, smoking, about to order some pizza.
Hey, what we're going to talk about this time, I promise you guys, no more of that bullshit. I'm sorry about last episode. That was some bullshit. Fuck drinking. Oh, man. But
Brother did that shit on purpose, too.
for sure, I know he did. His high, no, but he's stupid. Like, he gets so high off of, like, he'll hit a joint one time. Oh, I hate to call him out. But he hits, like, a joint 2 times, all right? And I'm talking about 6 hours later, he goes, bro, I'm fucking fried. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, I'm super high right now. I was like, oh, did you smoke some more? No, from before. I'm like, no fucking way.
I just ate an edible in the kitchen, so we got an hour till I'm just fucking chopped.
I was like, good for you, but like, come on, man. You know what I mean? How do you get that high?
I just ate an edible.
I think he'd just be getting high from me smoking around him, to be honest. You know?
It's just straight contact.
For real. Sorry, Drayton.
Smoke weed every day.
Go ahead, hit that.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
I don't know where the lighter is.
You had it.
Check me out with that one. All right, bro.
Did you steal my lighter, bro?
Alex, I wanted to ask you some stuff, to be honest.
What's happening?
Because I find what I know of you to be very interesting. Just like your previous work stuff and like as a correctional officer, right? Like your security. Like what did you do, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, okay, in which portion?
Like, okay, what was your first security job?
I worked with this asshole.
I was his boss.
Yeah, he was my
Okay,
boss,
for where?
actually.
Like what?
We worked at the same contract with Garda World.
And this is in Wisconsin?
Yeah. Garda is a national company, like, you know, the big like the big bank trucks that take all the money to banks and like they'll do all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's all Garda trucks.
Okay.
And then sit back, and what we were doing is we were patrolling like all the parking lots at the biggest hospital in the state of Wisconsin. Because just before we got there, unfortunately, a nurse was killed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she was beat to death and left outside, like in one of the parking structures, and bro, that ass, she froze to the ground. Like, it was so cold,
Jesus
this woman
Christ.
froze to
What?
the ground. Yeah.
Okay, polar vortex. That was when that happened.
What, like 2016 shit?
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I didn't know it was that. Okay, that's
I've known this guy for what? Going on
7 years?
Yeah, going on 7 years. Like a year after I moved to Wisconsin.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry that was inappropriate. I'm not trying to do that. Fuck. This is why my sound guy's supposed to be here, but my sound guy is like trying not to be my sound guy, so I'm really desperate for a sound guy at this point. Put in your apple, kids. No, I'm just fucking.
What do you pay? You got 401k?
No, I ain't paid nothing. You know what they get? They get a hit of this blunt every once in a while. Not all the time, but you get, I don't know,
Fucking.
one blunt hit per half hour we go.
So I've known
You
him
know?
for 7 years.
But a good blunt hit.
And how I met him.
10 seconds on the blunt.
Jesus Christ, we're back to the blunt.
Okay, keep
You
going.
never
I'm so
even
sorry.
smoking it.
I'm just talking about the perks of working.
So, fucking, we're sitting there. I'm bartending at Applebee's. Yes, I know, Applebee's, where people do their coke off the bathroom and then get into fights in the parking lot. It's Applebee's. They get rowdy.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting there bartending. One of my good friends, who was my manager before he went to Rock Street, Peter, comes walking in with him and a bunch of the crew from over there. Starts ordering drinks for everyone. Okay.
I wonder if they can hear that train, because that train is tripping me out.
I know.
What a
So
world
I'm
we
talking
live
a little
in.
bit louder right now.
This makes me feel like I live in a city, you know? But that's cool as fuck. Keep going.
Okay, so they all come over and drinks.
Yeah.
I go to ask him for his ID and his girl for his ID, her ID.
Yeah.
Peter's like, oh no, they're good.
Yeah.
They're old enough. Cool. Peter, knowing that, you know, I'm very respectful of my job. I like bartending. I take it very seriously because, you know, I don't fuck around. I'm not trying to get caught with a ticket for serving someone underage.
Yeah, for sure. It's not worth your job.
No. Fast forward about 6 months. Now he's come in there almost like every week with his girl, a few of their coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, at least 1 or 2 times.
110%. I was 19.
Oh man.
So how I found out he was 19 was I go work at Red Robin because I quit Applebee's. I got sick of the bullshit there, and I can make more money at Red Robin.
Yeah.
I asked him, like, hey, bro, you want to go grab a drink after work? He's like, I can't. Or no. He said, only if you go to Applebee's. I'm like, well, I just quit there. I'm not allowed back at that location for, I think it was like 30 days or some shit. Yeah. And he was like, oh, we can't go out drink. I'm like, why? He's like, I'm only 19. Mind you, mid-shift, I go up to my friend Peter, who's bartending. Yeah. Tell him to come to the doorway, because how Applebee's bar Applebee's, Red Robin's bar was at the time. Yeah. It was like an L shape, and then there was like a doorway. Him come to the doorway out of sight of customers, and I just uppercut him in the fucking gut. What? Because I've been serving this 19-year-old little bitch ass for fucking almost almost a year.
Watch your words. Call me a bitch again on this podcast. People are going to hear you get your ass whooped.
Oh, man.
You want to play dollar flip?
What the fuck is dollar flip?
Bro. So while we're working together at Red Robin, Aaron ended up moving in with me at my apartment. Yeah. And our drunk neighbor, he would just come over, show up at random, walk up our stairs, and be like, you guys, what's going on?
Fucking college, man.
And he was like, we should play a game. Okay, what do you want to play? We're all hammered. Pulls out a crisp 20 and just throws it up in the air. Yeah. He goes, call heads or tails? Tails. He goes, you lose. Smacks me across my face.
What?
Now, mind you, this entire time, I'm in a wrist brace because I screwed up my wrist.
Of course, always does.
Yeah. And fucking, so I'm like, wait, I'm going with my left hand. Left hand.
Oh, Lord, what the hell? What? I'm so sorry. Keep going.
Left hand is definitely not my strong suit. The swing, because I have a messed up shoulder.
I need my sound guy.
And fucking...
No more soundboard, rest of the episode.
We're sitting there, and we're playing, and he's pissing me off. Yeah. Because he don't like hitting his friends, but he's a little drunk, so now he's progressively getting harder. Now, mind you, this is what happened. Colin just pissed me off. Yeah.
So you guys are like both fucking get passively aggressively angry or locking straight.
So Colin comes around and whacks me. I don't like being hit in the face. I was just dealing with it because we were all just fucking around. But no, he like whacked me like he was trying to knock my head off my shoulders. Right. Kind of looked at him. I grinned like, my wrist's already fucked up. And it's pretty much a limp wrist. I couldn't put no pressure on it. Couldn't move it. I sat there, took the brace off, and just was like, wham! And threw my whole upper body into it. Dude was standing here. About 3 feet away was the couch. He went flying to the couch. Mm. So then Alex and me, it's mine and his turn. Alex wins. Slaps me. I fall on my ass. Lips started to bleed a little bit. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'll let you choose. How do you want it? Because at this point, he knew I was going to fucking whack him. Like, real fucking good because I got back up. He's like, left hand. And I pulled the whole Dukes of Hazzard and went, wham, with the right across his fucking face.
Mm-hmm. It's a great friend. Yeah. Great friend.
Man, what type of bullshit ass game?
Bro, okay, listen, we're in Wisconsin. We're all either dumb as fuck and drunk as hell, or we're high as a kite and don't give a shit. Either way, we're fucking around. And plus, I was, 23, 24 at the time? Yeah. Like, I was a little bit younger, a little more immature. Mm-hmm. He was 20 years old.
Okay, guys. I have a very, very controversial hot take about to happen. So, warning, trigger warning. I gotta ask you guys, since you're from Wisconsin, okay, the show, That 70s Show, do you think it's an accurate representation, or do you think it's actually something that should be canceled? Like cancer culture, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Or making fun of the culture to the extreme.
Because I lived there my entire life. Yeah. Okay. From where they are saying that it's based off of, like Point Place, Wisconsin, It's based off of a small town in northern, like central Wisconsin.
Okay.
Right? I would say it's very accurate.
Plus, you gotta look the 70s.
That's
Shit
fair.
like that happened a lot.
That's fair.
So, I mean, yes, the jokes were inappropriate to an extent, but at the same time, even Fez wasn't the right race anyway for that role. He was just a dark Hispanic dude.
Yeah.
And
but he was pretty cool.
oh yeah, no,
He blew the fuck up, and he was dating Demi Lovato for a while.
I know.
I love that man. I wish I was him.
The only thing hotter than her is a spoon. I'm just saying.
Dude, that's so rowdy.
What did you say?
Anything
So the
hotter?
only thing I heard Demi Lovato is a spoon.
What does that even mean?
Because she shot up on heroin.
Oh, damn it!
And he said it wrong.
Oh,
The only thing hotter
I
than
still
Demi
love her.
Lovato in her house is a spoon.
damn you!
And all those memes came out like right after it happened. So I mean, like, ill will, that was a bad time. But oh fuck, there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So when's the pizza gonna be? How long?
Bro, I'm literally ordering it right
I
now.
feel that munchie kicking in.
Man, do you ever have the feel? Oh man!
Remember when we got super
Fattest
baked?
motherfucker here.
Which time, Aaron?
When we got
Which
super
time?
baked and broke in Yoda and watched The Boys, and we
Dude.
just kept eating edibles and
No, I
smoking.
don't remember. You know,
we kept hitting those bad.
I was high when I started that night. I'm like, what the fuck are we?
I know, because
doing?
me and you started
Edibles?
smoking, and then we did edibles because we were like, fuck it, let's try them. Because you wanted to try the ones that were back from Colorado.
Oh yeah, that's right. We watched The Boys. How
Yeah,
many
we watched
episodes?
like 3 episodes deep, and you were like,
I bet that was the day I went home and finished it. Then.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That
You
makes
said you were
sense.
going to go home and watch it.
Yeah, and then the next day I literally was trying to get Tyler and Jordan to watch it, and it took me like 2 weeks to convince him. Like, yeah, that was good. I'm like, I know. I've been saying it, motherfuckers.
It's a great fucking show. Did you watch season 2?
Oh, yo.
Okay. Spoiler word. Oh, spoiler.
Fuck them. It's been a long enough time.
Fucking-
if you ain't watched
the
it
whole
by now,
scene at the end of the season.
the German bitch,
No.
German
fucking, what's his name?
can I get a fucking
The
CKO?
The Superman. What's his name?
Homelander.
Okay, I
Yeah.
forgot his fucking name for a minute. So Homelander, he's standing on top of the fucking building, just jerking off. Like, I am everything. I am amazing. Blah blah blah.
I'm so when after the first season, waiting for the second season, I bought the comics and I read them. I'm not all the way through, but like reading the comics is so fucking cool.
Did you get to that part in the comics?
Yo,
Because that was supposed to happen in
no.
season 1 after he got into the argument with that bitch he was like obsessed with. But real talk, season 3, Jensen Ackles is playing their version of Captain America. It's like Captain United or Captain
something like that.
Yeah, and he's playing that character. Well,
Homelander
in the comics,
Yo,
Homelander
I
goes
got
through a
that
whole
part.
gay bender, and he convinces dude who is like, mind you, as old as Captain America is in the comics for Marvel. He's
Yep.
an old dude. Convinces him and tricks him into getting dick down, bent over, and just basically just does what Homelander does.
Because what it is in the comics, every like summer they have this convention for all the heroes in the world.
Yeah, like
to
a
go
sex
to.
orgy.
Yeah, and so that guy sleeps with Homelander because he wants to. The guy who's sleeping with him's not gay,
Yeah,
but he's
but
doing it to try to
Homelander-
get into the 7.
Yep, and he says, we'll let you know instead
I'm
of
like,
saying
oh
you're in.
boy, this show's getting so popular too, so the budget's gonna keep going up. That's what I like.
Well, here's the thing. They don't know if they're actually going to do that.
Season 3 got renewed. You already
Season
got
3 and 4 got renewed.
Oh fuck, yo, shut
Like, literally,
That's
they did
what's
3,
up.
and then after the first episode dropped to season 2, they got a season 4 approval.
That's what's
Like,
up.
Amazon was like, we're not
I
letting you
like
go.
that.
This is fantastic.
Well, to be fair, like this is the only success Amazon Prime has really had, like Prime Video. You know what I mean? It's like no one's gotten that.
No, you got to watch Hunters. That
Hunters.
show.
yeah, Hunter's good.
Okay, so it's got your boy from Percy Jackson in it. He plays a little Jew kid.
Okay.
And then it's about Nazis in modern time. Well, kind of modern time. Pretty modern.
Yeah.
Like, around, like, probably, like, the 80s, 90s. I'm thinking.
I'd definitely say Nazis in the 20th century.
Yeah. So Nazis in the 20th century in hiding, and they're trying to kill all these certain Nazis from camp.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, like, this whole thing.
It's basically like what they were doing when the Nazis would have their secret spies here during, like, obviously World War II or the Cold War, when Russia would have their spies over here and all that kind of stuff. and the dude from Percy Jackson. I don't fucking know his name. He's one of the hunters, and it's him and like 4 other people to start off, and they go around hunting these fucking Nazis.
Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's got old Al Pacino in it.
Yeah,
it's called Hunters.
Uh-huh.
My man Scarface is a Nazi hunting motherfucker.
Check that out.
But I'm letting you know now. Watch the end credits after the season because it has the biggest twist, and it's like conspiracy theory, like
they always do
out the window. Like, oh my god, like what if that really wasn't?
Speaking of that,
Guillermo began preparing the order at 7:06.
There we go.
Do you have more? I know, Gil.
What's your favorite conspiracy?
Ooh, we're getting into this.
Yeah, I like this.
I'm all for it.
What's your favorite conspiracy?
My favorite conspiracy is...
It doesn't have to be one you believe, even. You know what I mean?
No,
but
I
just
believe
like
this one.
in concept.
Okay, so it's not that they have aliens at Area 51.
Yeah.
It's that honestly at Area 51 there is a deep, covert, secret like lab that they have already experimented enough on for a cure for everything. So essentially, it's like the world hub for the fuck are their name? Men in the jumpsuits, hazmat people. I'm trying to think what they're called.
Hazmat people.
Like when there's like the CDC. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So it's basically like the CDC where they have like all the cure for viruses, shit like that, but they have a cure to everything.
I don't even really think that's a conspiracy anymore.
Well, time out. How would you just have a cure for everything? I feel like that's impossible.
Case in point, Magic Johnson has had AIDS, since the 80s?
My man got fat.
He got fat? First off, I don't know a single person who's ever had AIDS that got fat. Second, I don't know a single person who's had AIDS that's lived this long, even though there's modern medicine to slow down the progression. And 3...
Dude, I was just thinking the other day about how, like, I don't know how relevant AIDS is anymore.
Look at Betty White's old ass. How does she not have cancer? So I'm not putting that on her or anything like that. Love that woman. But at the same time...
You better knock on wood right now.
Well, time out. I don't think they have... Okay, I'll say this. People of, like, that wealth, especially, like, Betty White and them, they don't need to have, like, the Illuminati type shit. They just are powerful enough to have unlimited medicine. They can get the best. You know what I mean?
Harry Potter and the audacity.
I just think that's how money works. But I don't think there's, like, a cure for everything because people do, like...
People are still dying from AIDS.
Yeah,
in third world countries.
or like even powerful celebrities right now are still dying of, or like senators are dying from, and that would be the people who would have.
Think
the
about
power.
this: with how the states progressed, this country in the government itself, we're not too far away from some bullshit like martial law, especially right now with the pandemic going on. Real talk with this, like,
dude, I'm telling you, people are getting so tensed right now because they're hearing about a shutdown possibly coming up. You know,
bro, I work in the service industry. I'm a bartender. If I get shut down right now, and what sucks is because I also lived in the state of Wisconsin a year ago.
Yeah.
They're going to go back for all my W-2s when they do unemployment. I got denied when I was on 2-week leave from Quickstar for unemployment. They told me to go file. They approved. My last job denied it. So basically, if I get denied from any of those jobs, regardless if we're in another pandemic situation and a shutdown and the state of Iowa wants to fund you money like they were doing everyone else, I will be denied because my previous employer is a prick.
No, but I also got denied for unemployment. You still get the bonus they give you.
I didn't get anything.
You have to sign up for it. So you have to sign up for it, and like the first step of it is to sign up for unemployment, and then after that you sign up for it. Because like I got denied it, I was like, shit, I can't get it. It's like, but you still qualify for the $600 a week. I was like, oh shit. And so we were only closed for 3 weeks, but it was still nice, you know. But that's what I was gonna say. If you got told right now we were closing for 4 weeks, but everyone's getting paid, would that be okay?
As long as I got my like a base amount of what my tips were, like if it was like unemployment.
If they're telling you get $600 a week,
I'll take it.
And then you stay home for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
I feel like that's fair, but at the same point,
I typically make about anywhere between $600 to $1,500 a week.
The thing that gets me too, though, is like, A, it sucks because that's so much money to spend, and 2, it's like we don't even know if that would work. You know what I mean? It's such a huge thing, but it's at the other point, it's like, well, this thing is killing people, right? But is it? I don't know. It's weird. You don't know what to believe in news anymore. You know what I mean?
See, my whole thing, I don't think they're really blowing it so far out of proportion. I mean, I being somebody that was positive for COVID, I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
See, that's what I'm saying. I know that too.
But everybody that has gotten it, everybody reacts to it different. Like personally,
Exactly.
I just felt like I had the world's worst hangover.
Yeah.
You've
had it?
Yeah, I tested positive in August.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Yeah. Fucking hot take right here.
Yeah, and I felt like I had the world's worst hangover, bro. Like I had a crazy dry cough, but it was the body aches. Like I couldn't fucking move.
I've heard that a lot. It's the exhaustion. And what scares me about that is people are saying when you have that exhaustion, you have to like fight to stay awake and stuff. I'm like, what? Like if I fall asleep, it's forever?
No, bro. Like if you're not fighting to stay awake, you're legit sleeping for 19 to 20 hours out of the day.
I'd probably be doing that then.
Because that ass, it's just you wake up and you're still tired.
Because that's how I am when I'm just like 6. You know what I mean? Normally, like all I do is sleep. People are over here drinking soup and shit. I'm like, no, I don't think that helps. I just want to sleep through it because it powers me. Like I know I'm gonna be sick for 3 days. I might as well just sleep 3 days.
Yeah.
Was it you starve a fever? Starve a cold, heat a fever, or sweat a fever?
Yeah, you starve a cold, you
sweat a fever.
Yeah, you sweat a fever.
Oh, I never heard that. What's that?
Where if you've got a fever, bundle yourself up to the point where you're sweating, and you'll sweat out the fever. You won't have said fever the next day.
But that's only if your fever's not like super high.
Yeah.
Like if you have like 100 fever, then don't do it. But like if you're like a low fever and it's causing like a headache, do that. Also, if you have migraines, people, for all you listening at home, ice cold showers. Sounds stupid.
It's a myth.
No, it's really not.
Yes, it is.
To make you sober?
No, if you have a migraine.
To make you sober?
Okay. If you have a migraine, I don't know about that. I've never really had a migraine. I've had headaches, and what really just helps me, I think, is ibuprofen. Not to sound like a dipshit there, but
honestly, I have to take that shit like on the regular because my shoulders.
Oh, so yeah, you probably got a tolerance to fucking fix a headache or pop in a bottle.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Like I have to switch regularly.
Switch to Aleve.
I've done Aleve. I have to switch between Aleve, ibuprofen, and Tylenol.
See, I've always had the thing where I don't like, even if it's something stupid like that.
There's some dark comedy. I'm just gonna let you go.
Like headaches and shit like that. I've always been the person I never want to take medicine.
Yeah.
Like period.
I don't like taking ibuprofen, but like headaches are so rare for me. Like when I have them, I'm like, okay, I'll take it now because I don't, and it helps, I guess. But like, I don't like taking it because I already feel like I'm dehydrated. I don't need to be thinning my blood anymore.
Right.
Like
the only time I've ever really taken them is when I've gotten pretty bad migraines. And those suck.
Yep.
I'll definitely take some ibuprofen for that shit, but no. Otherwise, nah. I just have a crazy sensitivity to that kind of shit. Hence why I don't smoke bud.
That's okay.
I'll be the stone of this motherfucker in here. I will melt in this chair.
That's okay. That's okay. We don't pressure no one. Everything's welcome. We don't judge. We accept everyone. I may not understand it, but I accept everyone. You know. Like, dude, I don't remember who's telling me this, and it doesn't matter. But apparently, the biggest fetishes were like searched or like compiled of like county by county, you know, even and like Clinton County where I'm from and like you live. Guess what the top fetish is?
What? Brother,
Incest.
sister.
Men dressing up in diapers.
I can see that considering Clinton is just full of bitches. No, I'm just kidding.
Men dressing up in motherfucking diapers. I was like, what the fuck? You gotta be out of your mind. No, okay, I'm sorry. Not that that's not like that's okay, but like how does that get someone off? Like what?
Yeah, that's fucking weird, bro.
I cannot
couldn't do
believe that, dude.
You ever watch?
You couldn't do it 110%. You could sit right there in a grown man diaper and just grind out a game that you're stuck on.
But I'm talking like no. I'm talking like they like females to like tuck them in, like swaddle them.
Oh, you're saying like grown babies?
Yeah, men are like putting diapers on.
Like that scene from Juice Bigelow, European Gigolo.
Not everyone goes that far, but some people are like having them change their diapers. They'll like shit themselves. I'm not even joking. Like I don't know if that's in Clinton, but like that fetish as a general, the extreme side. And so just to think like any side of that is happening in Clinton, I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, you also got to think Clinton also
Like,
had.
why?
Let's see, the dude doing karate in front of Hasses. That was great. You had the fat white dude streaking around up by Homer's Deli.
Yeah.
And
We're going to the quad.
But here's what also kills me about this type of statistic. It's like, where's this data coming from? Like, what age are we looking here? Is it a bunch of boomers taking this survey, or is it like this generation of kid out of high school? It's
That's true. Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck is into this? And so they're just like, everywhere you look, you're like, you sucking on a rattle at night, or you know what I mean?
Did Mama tuck you in? Okay.
For real. Try to yell at me, sir. Fuck off.
Fucking boomers.
Over here
That
shitting
shit's
their
funny,
pants.
too.
I know. That's why I don't even go on Facebook that often now, is because I'm getting it back. I'm starting to get a lot of good people added at me. So those memesters, those ones who don't give a fuck what their family thinks if they post. I'm like, I wish.
Mm-hmm.
I give them a react, but I can't share that shit.
Bro, you met my mom. She don't give a fuck.
Yeah, your mom's pretty cool though.
She will sit there and talk shit.
Bro, this woman.
Half my family's religious. They would fucking, first off, they don't even know my piercings are. They probably fucking throw a Bible at me. For real. One of my aunts literally paid for me to go to church camp for a year. Or it wasn't a year, for one summer. Worst experience of my entire life. But
Why? I like that. I like this kind of.
Well, because I'm not religious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't been probably most of my life. I don't know if you guys are.
No.
Okay.
And the only reason I ask is because
I don't want to hurt people's feelings by.
No. And
but
the only reason I ask is because me myself.
Yeah.
While we were while me and Aaron were doing the security gig.
Yeah.
There was this guy that would he would come in and he would hand out these little fucking Christian comic books.
That dude.
And it got to the point where there was a whole situation where Aaron got fired and I replaced him as everybody's boss. It was a huge falling out between me and him for a year where me and him just didn't talk.
Right? Mind you, we both got set up by
We got set up hard where our boss fired him, but then immediately made me the next boss. Legitimately 5 minutes later. So it made me look like a piece of shit. And so then I was given the task of I have to remove this individual because of his religious beliefs and all that kind of shit, because he's now forcing religion on people.
Especially we had this one chick who wore a whole headdress and everything. And he fucking was being very pushy with her to the point where right before I left for my vacation, before I came back and got fired and unceremonially away because Chris was a whole cunt. And
pizza's gonna be here in 7 minutes.
And so I sat there and had to break up a fist fight because he was about ready to hit this girl because she spit at him and caused a whole ordeal when we were all off the clock. So whatever happens off the clock, it don't matter. You don't get fired for that shit. I was told that directly by HR because I almost beat the shit out of one of my employees. And so it was a whole ordeal.
Damn.
But they wouldn't fire him for it.
The only reason I'd even asked you why it was the worst thing is because for my own experiences, after the experience where I had to fire somebody because of their religious stuff, I kind of dove into it a little bit.
What's that?
I kind of dove into it where now I've read the Bible, I've read the Quran, I've read the words of Buddha, I've read, just kind of educated myself on what how other people look at their world and what their beliefs are, and then kind of formed my own. Do I believe in Roman Catholic, straight up fucking the Bible is law? No. Do I believe there is a higher being? Sure. I think everybody should in their own way believe in something. I mean, even let's say you are atheist and you don't believe that there is anything. There's something that you believe in. You believe that there is nothing.
And here's the thing too. I feel like a lot of people aren't even atheists now. I feel like agnosticism, that's being popular. It's I'm not denying God. It's just I don't feel there's enough evidence. But it's not saying I'm not believing in God.
Right. And that's another thing that a lot of people your hardcore Christians, Catholics, and I'm not just singling them out, but that's just where I come from. That's the majority religion there, and that's where a lot of them don't fully grasp my God isn't yours.
Exactly.
Yours isn't his. And that's, I think, if more people looked at it that way, you wouldn't have that confrontation from family members and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
here's one thing too. I've actually never really read the Bible fully through, but I know enough to just say that, like, I feel like the worst thing to do is take it at its word. You know, it's supposed to be stories just to, like, I feel like teach life lessons. You know, I feel like if you just do that, you're golden. But like, take it as little like gospel and like this is what the rules are. Is kind of like, okay. Well, no, I feel like, you know, we have to live in a modern world now. Yeah. Things have changed, obviously.
Because then if you're taking it word for word, verbatim, this is what I need to do, this is law.
No, so like.
That's where you're looking at Roman Catholicism.
For the church camp thing, for me hating it, it wasn't because of the religious thing. Like, that was a little bit of it, but like, honestly, like, there wasn't much of that involved. The worst thing was every Sunday night, it was required to go, like, from 5 to 7 there was like concerts. That was religious music, but it was concerts, you know. And it wasn't like required, but it was like heavily encouraged. And your counselor like, hey, why didn't you go? Like, you really, you know what I mean? So you get lectured if you. So it was like you had to go, really. Other than that, like, there was all these activities everywhere that you could do, like zip lining, go karts, swimming. You could do anything, you know. Yeah. But like, why I hated it is because like I had like anxiety, social anxiety, and shit. You know what I mean? And so I don't like seeing all these new people. And I can't even feel like I can talk to them because, like, I feel like it has to be something religious. Like, I know how ridiculous that is, but, like, I was like, I felt out of place. You know what I mean? I can't even fall on like, the default. But, like, in theory, like, there was a lot of fun there. This is one of my favorite stories. I don't even know if I told on this podcast yet, so I apologize. But my brother, oh, my God. So, like I said, there's a swimming pool, right? One day, me and my cousin are walking because we're gonna go play dodgeball. That was one thing I felt like I could do because you don't have to talk to no one; you can just fucking play. And then so we're doing that, and we see like people are all huddled around the pool, and like we hear like whistles in the lifeguard. Everyone's getting out, and like me and cousin walk up, and like you hear my brother screaming, and like, oh fuck, what's happened? And like the lifeguard's pulling him out of the pool, and he's like hunched over and shit, and he's like fucking, I don't know what he was saying. He was like, they thought he was drowning, you know what I mean? And however, had a heart attack or something. And all he was doing, he had a leg cramp. He had a leg cramp and was screaming so loud, everyone started freaking out and thought he was fucking dying. I'm like, oh my God. And this man, like, my brother's done that type of shit like his entire life. He's like, he'll have a leg sprain and act like his fucking legs like got ripped off. He's like, I gotta go to the fucking hospital. I can't believe this. And having me call off work to take him. They're like, it's a light like leg sprain. And he's like, oh, I thought it was a fracture. I'm like, bro, no way. Fuck you.
There was a situation with actually Aaron again at the hospital. So I may put on a facade, but I'm deathly afraid of birds.
I don't like birds
flying
either.
Creatures. They're fucking vermin. I hate them. Now, at this hospital, I was waiting for him by his car because we and there was a lot of bats around the area.
See, bats are even,
bro.
Even if you like birds, I feel like most people don't like
big ass fruit bats. Like big bats. Right?
Maybe at a distance, but everyone who says they like bats, I guarantee I've never fucking seen a fruit bat because they're fucking terrifying.
Yes, fox bats aren't though. I think those are the cutest fucking bats ever. They're massive. They're the biggest species.
Tell me you had 100 of those bats in here right now. You'd be like,
100% fox bat. Fucking shit yourself.
No, I would shit myself. But if it was just one, I'd let them hang off my arm when I feed them fruit. Because that's all they eat is fruit.
Yeah, you're a fucking psychopath. Anyway,
they're cute. They look like a fox with wings. And
I can't know enough about fox bats to debate that. But
we'd sit there, and so we're driving away, and I go to roll my window down, and bro, I'm telling you, I'm already freaking out because I'm seeing him fly as I'm standing outside of his car, right?
Oh, Lord.
I get in the car, we're driving away, and I roll my window down, this fucking bat swoops into my window, bro. God. I'm freaking out. I'm crying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, tears running down my face, and this asshole is pissing himself laughing at me. Calls his mom.
I'd be pulling over right away to get the fuck out. I'm not even joking.
Calls his mom.
I don't know where I'm at. The fucking highway. I'm putting hazards on, dipping, bro. That's a fucking.
Calls his mom, tells him what just happened, and she goes, "Why are you being such a bitch?"
She would. God damn it, she would.
So back to the first time my mom was ever a fucking dick to him. He's getting a tattoo by this douchebag named Nando. 10 out of 10, don't recommend.
Okay.
And it looked good when it got done.
Oh yeah, it's got some fade. How long ago?
So
Like
the
last
whole
week?
issue is this isn't finished.
Okay.
This was the first session of said tattoo. Now,
And he
mind you,
never rescheduled.
I've messaged this man probably 30 times since then,
Oh
and it hasn't hit me back
ain't that the worst?
to finish said tattoo. So now I just have a half-done fucking gray smear
Yeah.
of an
What a
elephant on my
fucking
calf.
guy. What a guy.
Okay, now mind you, he's getting this done. Back of the calf hurts, but it doesn't hurt as bad as he was making it seem.
Oh, lick my balls.
So he's sitting there.
Dude, I want to get my
Dog,
sleeves so
I was
bad.
doing push-ups.
He's doing push-ups on the
fucking
bench
table.
while Nando, and then we'd all sit there and be like, Nando, be a dick, be a dick, be a dick. And he'd be
And
like,
he'd fucking he'd
What?
dig it into my leg, bro. Yes. And I've had other artists look at it and they won't touch it because he's left scars. He's left so much scar tissue.
well, and he was just being a douche. He was fucking drunk off Coronas, high as a kite, and I didn't know that's what he was doing. I thought he was just tattooing faster. I didn't know he was putting more pressure.
Dude, so I guarantee one of the artists in Black Relic would at least try. Especially,
Hannah's boyfriend. He's talented as fuck.
like, all of them there are really, like, it's hard to get, like, first off, it's hard to get tattooed there, but it's also hard to get hired there. Like, they exclusively have, like, 6 people usually.
One of their artists guest spotted at, well, there's not artists there anymore.
Yeah.
But
And then they'll have artists come and like if they're like well known and like I remember a guy from Wisconsin came down.
that was Michael.
Yeah.
That was my guy.
No,
And
mind
he
you, that was the first one he did on me.
Okay.
So it's not like it's nice.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I liked the way he tattooed. I fell asleep during this one.
Damn, I wish.
Bro, I fell asleep.
Do you have any? Oh yeah, you got
Hold on.
I was gonna take it off, take it off.
He's got no regrets tattooed on his chest, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so I got the sword, got this, I got this, got that.
For the people listening, he's got a lot of random tattoos.
I got 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He loves his mama and Blink 182.
Yeah.
No, I've got the koi on the shoulder. I've got my son's name on my chest. And I've got the elephant on here.
Dude, I want to get my sleeve on here because these ones are kind of like more, like
Sentimental.
I'd say sentimental, and this one is just the Master Sword.
Mhm.
And I wanted this to be my sleeve, but like I got so much nerd shit I want to put on here.
Ladies
It's
and
hard
gentlemen,
for
the
me to
Master
decide.
Sword is on his left hand, and for all you that know Dustin, he has left hand, so just imagine why it's Master Sword on
Jesus
the left
Christ.
hand.
Because he's a masturbator.
Nah, bro.
Okay,
Not
so,
even about that life. It's no nut November. You kidding me? It's hard.
fuck, I
out
failed
here.
that multiple times already. So,
Yeah, me too.
fucking,
Must be nice.
I have tried no shave November though.
yeah, I had to. This little dick over here jumped on me when I was trying to trim. I took a little chunk out of my beard.
But dude, like I'm not even joking. I so at the beginning of October I wanted to shave because I felt like I already had enough. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go until my birthday, and then I was like, at that point I'll just go all the way till November and just see how much I can get. So I've been growing this out for like 3 months now, or
Bro,
like
he's
4
patchier than
months.
me. I don't feel so bad
4
anymore.
months, I want to say, actually, I've been trying, and I'm like, this is how much I've done, and it's like, this is why I don't keep growing it out, because it's so fucking bad.
I get that way. Like, at least you can grow a mustache.
Yeah.
This is the same mustache I've had since the senior year of high school.
Yeah.
My shit just doesn't grow. I grow a decent beard, but I can't grow a
And
mustache.
dude, I'm not even lying. I don't want to hear it because I know you're going to agree with me, but you're not. That shave to make it grow faster is
It's
such
such
a myth. Hell
It
yeah.
doesn't work. I
Okay,
don't like it.
okay. It's a
Like,
myth.
because I'm Patch Adams over here.
I don't
From
know.
you.
I just thought you were like, well, hold up now. But
like you got your face caught on a sticky trap and just
oh
pull up the
man,
whip from
don't
the
do it. I
ground.
just told you I'm insecure about it.
Just fuck out.
But no, so like right now, like I'm glad it looks bad now because like in November it's kind of excusable. Because like if any like other month, I feel like someone about, hey man, can you shave? Have some fucking self-respect or something, you know? It's like
Okay, fuck. What were we talking about?
I don't
Takes 2 minutes
know.
out.
it is bad
Just
though.
let me know. Huh?
My face is bad though.
You're fine. Calm down, princess. Oh, we're talking about sleeves. So like on mine, I got one whole arm that's like all
Yeah,
the
I
Egyptian
actually really
gods.
like yours a lot.
And
I
it's
like
all the
it a
Egyptian
lot.
gods when they weigh the heart and the feather.
But the fact that you have that theme, that's what made me want like to make it all kind of video game related versus I was gonna have like the strange music and a couple other band things. But I was like, if I can get it all video game related at least, I feel like I'd be happy.
Who's your favorite strange music rapper?
Favorite? I feel like it'd have to be Tech 9. I listen to a lot of them. I love Cess Crew.
Okay.
I love Mayday. I liked Murs. Obviously, he's not with them anymore. Ritz was good. Chris is good. Like Chris Calico is good. Like I literally love
I'm glad Tech and Chris
worked
out with their beef.
Yeah.
Because Tech's album without Chris was kind of shitty.
Yeah, it really was. Like I was sad when that was happening at first. But yeah, I just literally watched their digital concert they had a couple days ago. Yep. My buddy, it's like $10 to get in. It's like I'll support them. You know what I mean? And it was like, have you seen them live ever?
Yeah.
They're one of the greatest performers. Yeah. And I always say, like, most rappers don't perform that way. They play their song and just, like, will rap while they can, but half the time they aren't rapping the song.
And that's, like, because me and Aaron were actually talking about this.
And even rappers I like do that, so it's like...
We were talking about this on the way back from Clinton, actually.
Yeah.
Because I seen MGK live at Summerfest. Mm-hmm. Best show I've ever been to, period.
How do you feel about his new album?
I don't mind it.
I love it. I don't
mind it at all.
I literally have the Blink-182. I love Blink-182. I love Travis Barker, obviously. Yeah. He's the drummer and producer of the album. I like that punk music. Mm-hmm. And, like, I like MGK as a rapper, but I also like this side of him. I'm excited for his new rap album, too.
Yeah.
Hot take.
I can't stand him as a rapper.
I did think he lost to Eminem. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
think so either. I think he actually whipped Eminem's ass.
I feel like...
Killshot was dog shit.
Killshot, I feel like, was more lyrical. It wasn't as catchy, but also MGK's wasn't catchy even though he used autotune. That's why I was like, if you're going to use autotune, they used to use it good. He didn't use it good, and I felt it made it bad then. I was just mad. But he did have bars in it. Like, they both had bars, so it's hard at that point. But
we also all know that whole thing was to hype up MGK's upcoming album.
It probably was. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy man, or am I? We never even answered what our favorite conspiracy was. Holy shit,
Circling back.
Okay, let's get that out the way, though. What are we thinking about?
Okay, so mine's a tie between the whole government conspiracy for the cure for everything.
Oh, that's what it was, damn it. You fucking asshole.
And another one is that what if we're all just actually dreaming and we've already died in this?
Dude, I was reading this fucking...
And then when we die in this life, we just wake up somewhere else and thought we were dreaming.
That would be fucking wild.
Would you consider that a conspiracy, or do you consider that more of a religious thing?
That's not a conspiracy.
Look at that as just
I feel like that's more of just a meaning of life thing. Not even religious, but true. Check this out. I was reading this thing today where it said, like, the only reason why simulation theory isn't taken, like, quote, seriously is because it's so ridiculous to picture a civilization where they have that technology. Mm-hmm. But it's like, if that was true, then it is highly, highly likely we are in a simulation. Yeah. So it's like, eventually you would imagine technology would just keep evolving. Everyone keeps saying that, like, shit is never going to happen, like flying cars and stuff. It's okay, but then at the same point, the Neuralink is about to come out in the mass market in the next 15 to 20 years. We're talking where I can have full-on integration with you, like just texting you shit right here. I could fucking... All mental illness is cured with this. Alzheimer's, like, if you have a stroke, it doesn't even matter.
Hashtag like, Elon Musk.
For real. I'm talking, this man has, like, the possibility to save the world. Like, or usher us into a new one, at least.
Everybody's going to give Elon all the credit, but... Honest to God, I'm not saying he's not smart by any means, but he's definitely the face of it.
No, for sure, exactly. Because he's smart enough and, like, I guess powerful enough to just get it all moving. Yep. You know what I mean? He's getting the most powerful people and doing that. It's not him making that shit, but yeah, he's definitely.
Did you watch his Rogan podcast? When he was on Rogan?
Which one? I've seen a lot of it, but I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
Because he got really in depth with the whole Neuralink conversation.
I watched their presentation they did with the pigs. Mm-hmm. Did he talk about that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Where they're literally just developing the chip that would just attach to the brain, and now you have full integration to everything. Yeah. And he's so fucking terrified.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about it too. Even if it doesn't go to the point where it's like a technology like enhancement, if you just use it for medicine. It's healed. It's literally curing all mental illness.
I'm not going to make it. You're sober, bro. I'll drop it.
We're going to go for one ad break. We'll be back in a second. All right. And we're back.
No, so like I was saying, I mod for this dude on Facebook.
Okay.
He's a streamer.
Yeah.
And he's really bad with names.
Okay.
I mean, I've been modding for this dude for like 3 months now.
Okay, when you say modding, what do you mean? Like... in control of his Facebook page as like an admin type thing?
Yeah,
basically. Okay. That's pretty cool.
And
is it like a big streamer? Or
No,
like,
he's
just
up
coming
and
up
coming.
though. That's good
He's
though.
coming
That's still
up,
cool.
But like as far as like all the Facebook percentages goes, he's at the top bracket for streamers that
he's probably like
are
definitely doing
his
more than
age.
people trying, but
Yeah.
like he's not well known yet.
Like
I feel you.
he's only been streaming now for, like I said, 3 months. I came in on his third stream.
Yeah.
I modded for another streamer before him. That streamer isn't streaming anymore, and then he asked me to do it, so I was like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
And we've gotten it to the point now where he's averaging like 3,000 to 4,000 new followers a week.
Damn, that's pretty good. That's good.
Right. I mean,
That's
so the growth is definitely there. He's in like
awesome.
the 99th percentile as far as growth for his
That's
size.
That's so awesome he's doing that. That's the shit I want to do. Like that.
And it's gotten to the point now where like I don't know if you know. Oh, I'm blanking on his name. You fucking UFC fighter, Tony Ferguson.
Okay.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
So he streams on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point now where I've talked with Tony in his own stream and asked if he'd ever want to collab with him, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm always down."
Whoa.
So now we're working on a collab stream with Tricky with 2 R's, so that's his name on Facebook, and so now he'll get all that exposure too.
Yeah.
So I mean, Tony Ferguson, just for being Tony Ferguson, has 10.5 million followers.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Like what?
Yeah. So
you couldn't pay for that kind of exposure.
It's so ridiculous. Damn,
But
that's
no.
what's up though.
And because of, like I said, he's terrible with names.
Yeah.
This man called me Alexis.
Mm. But see, you know what? Damn, you got me wanting to do this more. Okay, guys, this is a bombshell, but I want to make a career pivot real hard.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've been going to school for cybersecurity, but I like the more and more I think about it, the more I realize that I don't want to work there. Not because I don't like the field, like it is interesting, but I don't really like having to have that type of work schedule like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like my plan now, this is gonna be a lot of whoa, but I'm gonna finish school. I've debated dropping out a lot, but I just want to finish at least, get my degree. Then I'm gonna get a business loan and start like investing in this podcast, and then I'm gonna also try to be in a cybersecurity job, at least a base, so I can be paying this, you know, of course. Yeah. But then actually having time now and investing into this podcast.
Yeah.
And it's like I love that shit, like we were saying, where like you're doing these collabs and shit, because like I respect that hustle so much. Like I love that. I love chasing the grind, really. You know what I mean? And so like that shit. Ooh. And, like, I can't get that, like, working a job. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like, I don't really care if I'm really successful in this, like, doing it. I just like putting effort into it and working. And even progressing one new follower a day or a week is like, oh, that's so cool.
Right.
So, I like that.
It's because, like, me and my dad have this debate all the time because he doesn't understand, like, why I'm into streamers.
Yeah.
And I try to explain it to him, like, no, they're not working hard. You're playing a fucking video game and talking to a computer. But the time that it takes for you to be good at doing that, and for you to have that, like, to set you apart from all the other streamers, because it's so washed out right now where people are just wanting to try it because they're stuck at home.
Yeah.
And they're trying it on Twitch and Facebook and all the other platforms. Like,
dude, keep going. I got something to say.
It's to see somebody like that actually succeed by just being entertaining, being who they are, and actually being able to see, like, the growth that you think that they could have. It's really, it's just really a cool thing to see, you know? I mean, like you with this podcast, if you were able to go ahead and maybe record 2 episodes a week, like you said earlier.
Yeah, for real. I wish.
Where you're getting more and more exposure, and you're just getting yourself out there more. And like you said, even just getting a new follower or
just
a
sustainability.
New sub.
Like that's all I would like. Sustainability, something where I know it's secure, where I can do this regularly, even if it's no more new growth. I can just do it without being like scared about, like, I don't know, paying bills or something. You know what I mean? It's like that would be awesome. But yeah, like getting more and more people like to hear it would be even cooler, because like I don't find myself that entertaining, but I'm like, that's pretty cool though, you know?
I think it kind of sets this one apart from a lot of others. I mean, yeah, you get podcasts where people are just talking, but it's always like topic based.
Yeah.
This is just three homies chilling in a fucking living
See,
room.
that's literally what I wanted to capture too. Like, I didn't want it to be structured because I didn't want it to be something where like people could tell like we're just doing topics. You know what I mean? Like, we're literally just saying what's coming to mind. I say that all the time. It's a one take show because of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it feels like the most natural. Otherwise, it's like, why even listen? Because it's like, yeah, what we say might not be correct or something, but it's we're thinking out loud. You know, we're literally just trying to talk. And it's like, we're open about it. That's what I like all my guests to just be like open-minded. I don't care like what side, Republican or Democrat. I'll listen to both. You know, I feel like most people should and then form an opinion. It's like ridiculous to say like, oh, I got to do this because that's Team Republican. You know what I mean? It's like,
no, and like,
or like Team Democrat, they do the same thing. It's like,
and I kind of told Aaron the same thing too, because I mean, I don't care. I'll tell whoever. I voted for Biden, but that's just because this was the first election that I've actually cared about, solely because I mean I've got two little ones back home, and now I have to start thinking about what they're gonna have to go through. You know, is Trump a terrible president? Maybe not. There's certain policies that I agree with, certain ones I don't. Am I a Democrat or a Republican? No.
Yeah.
I'll listen to anybody's fucking opinion. It doesn't matter to me. If you've got ideas that I like, I'm gonna vote for you. Yeah. If Trump didn't come out and you've seen all that stuff come out now where he was lying about how bad this whole corona thing is and all this shit. Yeah. I was like, well, come on. And his excuse was he didn't want to start mass panic. Yeah. What do you think is happening out here anyways? That's
what I'm saying. Like, I feel like what happened was they didn't realize how serious of a thing it was until it's too late, which is, it's understandable because to cause a mass panic for something that is not really like, if this would have ended up being something really ridiculous, like in hindsight, we're like, bro, what the fuck, you know? Yeah. But it's like, everyone doesn't know. Like, medicine is like trying its best, but it's a practice. They're finding everything out every day. They're like, okay, yeah, I was wrong, but like, it's like, that's how learning goes, you know? They're trying to go fast, but it's like, we can't do anything about it.
I mean, you look at the flu vaccine that everybody gets every year. Yeah. It's a crapshoot. Yeah. They guess. Okay, this might be it this year. And half the time they're wrong at which strain it's going to be. Or like, you know, everybody's hoping and praying for a coronavirus fucking vaccine. I promise you, I'm not taking that shit.
Well, see, the thing is, too, it's like...
even solely because it's never been tested. Yeah. I mean, you can do all the blind fucking tests you want. Yeah. You can do double blind tests, triple blind tests. I don't care. Yeah. It's not... I'm not going to put something in me that hasn't been tested long term.
Well, you see, that's true. See, but here's the thing that scares me about the vaccine the most. Let's say there is a vaccine and it's no side effects really, or none that we know of at the moment, like you said. Well, the thing is, right now, and like Denmark even, they're killing minks by the millions because there's another strain that's mutated and evolved on them, and it's so easy for that to come to humans. Like, they're killing them by the millions. It's like, okay, they're trying to do the right thing. But the thing is that PETA's trying to shut shit down, and it's like, obviously, those minks aren't only going to be in Denmark, but other countries are having problems doing this at an efficient rate to, like, guard it. So it's like, okay, so now that comes to humans, hypothetically, all that vaccine thing would have been for nothing because everyone who's vaccinated can get that. Right. And then it's like that vaccine process starts from the beginning. So we're talking another 2 years while it can possibly mutate again. So at that point, it's like, okay, let's say for the rest of our lives, we have this disease now. It's like, we can't just be shut down. Like, that, I don't know, that the world wouldn't work that way, you know? It's going to be wild to see what happens. I hope there's a cure. I really do. But it's like...
that's just...
They keep saying around the horizon, so let's hope for that.
Just staying on this whole corona thing, like, being in Wisconsin. Yeah. We've got the highest totals, period, of daily people getting corona. Yeah, crazy. I mean, I drove down here yesterday.
I hate to be like... I always say this, I hate to be political, but like I said, this is literally what's happening right now. Like, last night, I believe it was, all states have been declared major hotspots for corona. Yeah. And what's really depressing, too, is this website, when I watch, it's like the John Hopkins something. I try to go from a couple different sources for, like, the viewpoints to see what's real. And this one seems to be the middle. But they were saying, like, they just have a minute thing where it's the brief stats for each day. And it's like, okay, daily cases yesterday, United States, 140,000. It's like the next 3 countries. They're at like 30,000, 40,000. It's like we're triple them, and those are higher than the rest of the countries. You know what I mean?
But you
It's
understand
like,
why, right?
But it's like countries like Brazil. But yeah, they do have those.
They've completely shut down now.
They have those, and
You're not allowed to leave.
That's what they say. They're under martial law. That's what
like,
it is.
You can't.
Yeah. So like I get that, but it's like obviously it works, but it's like we can't do that. But if, like I said, if they offered everyone 6 weeks to stay at home and they're guaranteed money,
right, almost
guaranteed more than what they were going to be if they went to work.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's going to be a problem down the line. But if we could save people, it's like, can we try it? I don't know, because the other side looks darker in my opinion. But like,
when this whole thing started,
I know that's a large amount of money, but it's like, fuck, what else do we do?
Like you were saying, like when this whole thing started, they were saying that 200,000 might die.
Yeah.
They're talking 240,000 people will die before the end of the year.
Dude,
That's a month and a half away, bro.
Yep.
You're talking 6 weeks, 240,000 people.
Yep.
That's more people than died in Vietnam and the Korean War put together in 6 weeks.
It's getting scary.
It's insane.
It's getting scary.
And being like, I mean, obviously, because you were talking about the mutation, being somebody that has had it already.
Yeah.
Now let's say it mutates, and then I get it again. What does that mean for me?
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you like survived it, it's like you said, you don't know what long-term effects it has. So let's say you just got okay long-term effects. You could live the rest of your life, but now the next time you get it, you survive it again. But now because a lot of the long-term effects they're saying are brain damage, and sometimes to extreme of like psychosis. So like the first time you're okay, but now the second time it's been abused so much, now you have permanent psychosis. Like fuck. Everyone just says you do not want this just because, yeah, it may feel like a cold. You might like lose your sense of smell, but it's like we don't know what it does long term. You may not be able to reproduce. You know, like what? Who knows what the fuck it does?
And you get those people. I mean, thankfully, the way I reacted to it, like I said, all I got was the real body aches and stuff like that. But
that's good to hear. Like it wasn't on the extreme.
Like my dad's former boss, he was 34.
Yeah,
had no prior medical issues.
Yeah,
died in 3 days.
Yeah, I've heard people that they have family, and like it more and more. It's like that's obviously we know it's spreading because now it's like everyone knows someone like, hey, I have to stay home now because I've been exposed to someone who has it. You know what I mean? It's like everyone, it's feeling gloom again, but
and do I necessarily think that the masks?
Well, that's the thing is the new thing is they're saying it's airborne, and if that's true, the masks like. They help reduce it, but not as much as they were saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, man. It's like, what the fuck can we do then? Like, the only option now, if that's true, is to stay home. But it's like, that didn't really work out the first time. But it's like we weren't coordinated at that point, you know? And if we could do it more coordinated, maybe it'd be better. I don't know.
But also look at the long-term effects of having the masses stay home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I understand that.
You look in the UK, you look in Europe, you look in fucking, I mean, just because you said Brazil, look at Brazil, and Tokyo, China, all that shit. The places that have straight up locked down their entire country, right? The long-term effects of pollution in their water, air, all over the place is gone.
Yeah, that's true.
The carbon footprint over China, obviously they have the most pollution, period.
Yeah.
The carbon footprint that is over China, where they have the largest hole in the ozone layer, whatnot, the ozone layer is rebuilding itself.
There we go. That's good. I like to hear
Their waters are clearing out. It's that 6 weeks, not only would it help us as a race, but it would also help where we live.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, wouldn't it be nice to go to the river and see it be crystal clear again?
That's the one thing I hope out of anything of this presidency. Like, I don't care about Joe Biden at all, but what I really want from this is for everyone to start the healing process of just being a united country again. You know what I mean? Like you said, like, why does climate change have to be political when we just want to save the fucking thing we live on? Like, that affects everyone. That shouldn't be a Republican, Democrat. That should be, let's listen to what the science has to say in the best route at the moment to save our lives.
Right.
Like, it's like,
I mean,
I get that is such a risky thing because, like I just said, science is always changing. But it's like, at the same point, we should invest the most in our own livelihood. Like, that should be the number one thing. It shouldn't matter what the price tag is.
Now, do you think that global warming is real?
I mean, I don't know if global warming is real, to be honest, but what I know is the planet is changing. I don't care if it's because it's naturally happening or not. It is happening, Like, everyone can admit that. It's just, well, is it a political move? It's like, who the fuck cares? What can we do to fight it?
No, and the only reason I ask is because, like, I mean, in our age group, when we were born, the main scare was global cooling.
Yeah.
You hear about
I hear about that, too.
I mean, just obviously because of Wisconsin. You hear about the winter of '96 in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You were averaging a foot of snow every day.
Yeah. But, like, I think, like, I get that, like, I get how people can be skeptical because of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I said, like, science is just changing. Like, it's been shown how those crazy winters are because of the glaciers melting and pushing those storm fronts down, like the polar vortex. And it's like that's going to regularly happen, like not every like summer or winter, but like it's going to keep happening every pattern and keep going more frequently. And it's like we're recognizing these are going to be disastrous times, like maybe 600 years from now, but it's like we could probably do something about it now if we tried. It's like the day before their finals grade. It's like we can do something in, you know what I mean? It's like I might not fucking get a B, but I can pass.
And you look at it. I mean, look at all the big corporations now. Like, look at Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon has set a plan in now where in 20 years from now, they're going to be net zero carbon.
See, I keep hearing all this stuff about them, but it's like, I can't believe that's going to be true. If it is, it's like good for them, but how?
How not?
It would blow my mind.
I mean, because they're already designing their own electric transport vehicles. They're working with Tesla to make their own electric semis when they're distributing.
So I knew about that, but like, what about the manufacturing? Like, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that's going to be packaging stuff. Like, isn't that going to be machine arms? I guess solar powered, but like what?
It could be. I get what you're saying there, but like as far as net zero carbon that way, I think that they're doing their best that they can.
Because
as far as emissions goes, in their factories, because I used to work there. You don't really have too many moving parts in that retrospect because it's all mechanical. Like, where all the packages come down, I mean, that's really the only automated thing that there is, where it's like an automated belt like you would see, like, putting your groceries on.
We'll see. Okay, so the only reason why I'm, like, so skeptical about that is because, like, I see a lot of these happening now, like, companies pledging to do it. And one of them that I recently learned about was Apple's, and how they're doing it, though, is cutting chargers and like stuff from the newest iPhone, and so that's going to reduce it because in theory they don't have to make them all, but now they just sell them as accessories, and so as accessories they don't count as like they have them made. If you order it, it's going to be made basically. And so it's like now they're charging you money, but you can't be mad about it because they're saving the earth. You know what I mean? It's like okay, so like that was a real shady move. And so
it's
like,
kind of like it's a really big game of give and take.
Yeah, so that's why I'm always like, okay, so the company said it, but how are they doing it? You know what I mean? Because like it always is. But yeah, that's awesome to hear if Amazon's doing that. I like that type of shit because it's like we really just need to come together as a team. I don't care who's on the sides, like working for one thing. I think. And
it's even crazier. Like just staying on that topic, it also kind of goes into where, like my previous employment as a CEO.
Yeah.
Like where I was. If anything was to happen outside of the prison, we were 100% self-sustaining.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything from anybody.
Yeah.
We made our own food. We had our own water. All the washing and everything was done in-house. And to see a prison be able to be ran like that and to have that kind of unity, I guess you would say, I don't get why you can't have that outside.
You first.
Where you got legitimate people that like races, like because I mean,
see, I've dealt with those type of people still, but I'll say this: like, there's no like things are getting better. As much as I hate to say like that, because what I'm seeing is that you know this: the small towns, are the last cultured thing to ever evolve. You know what I mean? So like if you're out in California, like racism's not probably gonna happen. You probably still get it like very rarely, In more like Midwestern stuff, it's going to be more of a drag. But to see that people are already, I would say, at least 50-50 and like Clinton even like accepting of like everything, you know what I mean? Because the types of people. And then there's the people who are still resistant. And so even just to see in this, like I would say the last place to change, it's already almost a losing battle for them, is a really good sign for the future.
Now, would you say that's
But like,
would you say that's kind of? I mean, I don't really like the term boomer.
No,
but would you say that that's our generation actually kind of pushing the envelope? Because obviously our generation and us younger people are a lot more accepting of different.
That's what they say. It's definitely. I will. Obviously, there are really good old people out there, you know, but it is like just like statistically, it's a lot of the people like above 40, at least 40 plus, who are still resentful. They were probably raised to have like a hate life like that, you know, have to blame it on something. It's like. It's to me, I don't get offended by it. I just find it really sad. It's like, why hold on to that hatred type thing? It's like, I don't know.
Again, being from Wisconsin and the things that have partook recently with all the Kenosha riots and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, damn, you got so many hot takes with this guy,
bro.
We're gonna have to do another episode.
So much shit that just happens.
Yeah,
dude. Like Milwaukee's rowdy. Like
it's fair.
Between all the shit I saw and all the shit he saw
in 2016.
So you were back there. Oh, that's right. Damn,
bro. Like 2016 when they blew up the BP gas station, we had the first riots down there.
Yeah. So how? Okay, so for those, how far away was that from where you lived?
From where I lived, it was probably about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Now, mind you, that was all obviously by car.
Yeah, of course.
But me and my friends went down there just because one of our friends lived down like across the street from said area. We didn't want to make sure his shit wasn't getting fucked with. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Well, come to find out, he was home, and I mean, it's gang of 4 white dudes. And I always tell Aaron, I don't give a fuck where I am. I'm gonna act how I act. If some shit goes down, I know how to fucking protect myself.
Yeah.
I have the knowledge base to make sure that I'm safe at all times. I could be in a gang of Aryans, I'll fucking fit in. I could be in a gang of white people, black people, Mexicans. I don't care. I know how to. I'm culturally appropriated enough to where I'm very adaptable.
Yeah.
In a lot of different.
Dude, I feel like that's a good skill set too. I'm the same way. And like I say this all the time, like it would be so easy for me to get into a gang, and like because like I'm approachable really, but I also have the appearance of being for some reason like a scary guy. A lot of people, you know what I mean. But like if you know me, there's no one who would be like scared of me.
No, and I get that. I get that a lot too.
I had friends who thought like I would beat them up when I first met them for some reason. I was like, I would never hurt anyone really. Like I'd have to be pushed really far to hit anyone, and I've never really been there. But like. I don't know. It's like, oh, fuck, what did I even cut you off from saying? I'm sorry.
Because we were talking about the riots.
Oh, yeah.
So me and my 4 buddies, we went down to our other friend's house, make sure he wasn't getting fucked with. And come to find out he was home. And to just pointing out what the extent of all this was, we were sitting there on his porch kind of just watching because he was like, you know, it's really not safe for you guys to be out there right now. Like, come on the porch, we'll just chill.
You take one more bogus ass selfie, Aaron. I'm gonna start hitting you.
And so this bitch from Iowa City just sent me like a fucking titty pic.
Oh man!
And I'm just like
quiet as fuck.
I said, "Can I get 10 minutes for a podcast?" And Aaron's like, "No, I'm over here trying to beat my meat."
Right.
She just sent it to me randomly.
And so we're sitting on my guy's porch. All of a sudden, we heard like some rustling around in his garage. Dude pulled out a sawed-off shotty and just blew off the side of his garage.
Oh, yeah. He told me the story. So,
what?
Now, I was also up there hanging out with my buddy Cash, and we used to work together at Applebee's, whatever. He lived up north side, right around the corner from that BP. Me and him were just sitting there playing video games, having a couple drinks. I get ready to go. He was walking me out the porch, you know, like, we were at his mom's. Very old fashioned. Like his mom was probably the sweetest woman I've ever met, and used to always call me sugar and kiss me on the cheek before I got there and when I got there. Old school Southern black woman. So they're all walking me to the door, and all of a sudden Cash opens up the door, turns around, shuts. He's like, "You get in a fucking room with all the windows." I'm like, "Why? What's going on?" No clue what's going on outside. He's like, "I just watched the gas station blow up. That big boom that we heard wasn't us. It was the gas station." I'm like, "Oh shit." So he's like, and they're pulling white dudes out of cars and just beating the shit out of them just for being white. He's like, "So you go in a room with no windows." So I'm sitting in the closet feeling like Harry motherfucking Potter, feeling like Anne Frank in this bitch.
Damn.
And
tough time to be white.
Well, you know what?
Sorry.
We had our due.
I guess so. You know what? I'm not going to be sad about this fucking guy.
Exactly.
I'm half white. I can't hate my half self. I love me. You know?
I
love me.
No, but so fucking things were bad.
No doubt. I fucking bet.
So
I could see both sides. That's the thing, though. It's like I can see the point of this anger so far. You know what I mean? But it's at the same point that anger can't be put out.
Okay,
everywhere.
now mind you,
can't be put out just towards
this
the general
anger,
thing because that's the same thing you're angry about.
This anger and the whole issue that happened there, that led up to the boiling point, was this.
The owner of said gas station was racist as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, mind
Fair
you,
enough.
you have a different
Always
complexion
is.
than me, right?
Yeah.
I could walk in there, grab a fucking. We'll just throw like a pop out there. I can go in there, buy a pop for 99 cents. He's got no problems. He'll charge you $3.
Yeah, fair enough.
So this one dude
saying?
went in there with a gun, robbed the place, left. Cops showed up because dude stalled him inside, and then he was waving the gun around like he was going to shoot it. Cop shot him.
Cop shot the kid till it hurt. Great.
Dude was like, what, 17, 18? He was in a gang.
Not
like,
Slick Rick.
What?
Sorry.
Oh.
Colton Slick Rick.
Oh. And so like, dude was in a gang, you know, and the fucking cop just shot him. Kid didn't open fire, nothing. But he was waving the gun around in a hostile manner. And that's what led to that cop doing. Now, okay, even if the kid didn't open fire, would you fear for your life enough to actually pull that trigger to defend yourself?
For me personally, I don't think I could ever pull a trigger, honestly. That's the thing. Like, I honestly, I would want to. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to be like the person who can't defend themselves, you know? But it's
okay,
like...
but that's the thing. You would want to, okay? So might as well say that'd be a yes.
Yeah, so like I would try, but I don't even think... First off, I'm so inexperienced. If I even tried, I think I would miss. Yeah. And I might even hurt myself.
And at that point, that was one of those situations where I could see from both sides on that.
Lots of times this year, I wanted to get a gun and get trained and stuff. But at the same
that's
point...
my mom. She's a hell of a shot.
Here's the thing. This is also, I'm not even joking, a sad part of why I didn't want to do it is because I was like, if I do it, I'm going to have a lot more trouble with the police, even though if I have all the shit for it, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a lot more of me being pressed on. And it's like, that doesn't happen too often, but it actually does happen in like Fulton a lot. I've said it before. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but when I was like 17, I got pulled over at the windmill. You know what I'm talking about in Fulton? Because I was parked there. It's like 11 p.m. I'm in my Mustang. And then what was happening was I was playing Pokemon Go. And I was waiting. I'm not joking. I'm playing Pokemon Go. And I'm waiting for one of my friends who's also coming from, like, off from work. And we're going to play Pokemon Go together. I won't say his name, but he knows who he is. And so anyways, I'm just sitting in the car waiting. And so I'm like a senior in high school, I think, was this year. So at this time, I hadn't started like really smoking at all. Really, I did it like a couple times, but like I wasn't about that yet. But anyway, so I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, this like truck like backs up like really close to my car, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And then like lights, like floodlights, coming through my window. I'm like, "What the hell?" And then the police lights come on. I'm like, "It's a police truck?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" So he comes out and he asks, he's like, "So what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Just playing." And like, I was like, "I'm playing Pokemon Go, waiting for my friend so we can go get something to eat," because I felt weird saying we're playing Pokemon Go together. And he goes, at 11 o'clock, I was like, "Yeah, he's just getting off work. I was just trying to catch dinner with him." And he's like, "Okay, well, we're going to have to search your car." I was like, "Oh, okay. And he's like, "Don't move," because I was like getting out. And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, when he said that, he like reached for his gun. And I was like, "I'm okay." And he starts asking me, he's like, "Do you got anything you're not supposed to have?" And you're like, "Knives, weapons, guns." I was like, "No." And he's like, "Do you have any explosives, like C4, grenades?" I like laughed. He's like, "This isn't a joke." I was like, "No, I don't. No." You know what I mean? I don't have any fucking C4 in my car. And then I have to sit there. And then he's like, had me get out and then was like, he kind of like looked and then like didn't even search. He's like literally I just had my backpack, you know what I mean? Maybe a fucking Polar Pop or something. Like, what? And so he's like, "Okay, you're good to go." And he just drives off. I'm like, "What in the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like, my car was off. It wasn't on. You know what I mean? Just sitting there. I'm like, fuck me. Like, that shit was terrifying. But hold up. We got to go to break again.
Okay, so for the people that actually know who I am that are listening to this, I left Clinton when I was younger. Moved to Iowa City, and then moved to Chicago with a friend. Got a really nice job. Took it, whatever. Oh, hang on 1 sec. I gotta take a rip off this.
Elevator music. I'm just joking.
Rest in peace, Alex Trebek.
Oh, for real.
So
Man, what a fucking year.
basically, move out to Chicago. I'm working for a company called Columbia Gorge Organics. They sell organic juice, all cold pressed. I mean, the shit's fire. It was really good. Company went belly up. But our office that we rented space from was at the storage facility called Goodness Greenness in Inglewood, Illinois. South side Chicago. Cops don't even go in there.
Inglewood.
So I'm there for like at least 6 weeks when this happened. And one security guard comes up to me at like 5 a.m. He's like, hey, can you walk me out to this car real quick? I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, it's been parked here for almost 2 months. Just parked there. And it shouldn't have been parked there, but no one will come tow it because where it's at, no one wants to get shot up. So me and him walked out to this car, and the windows are painted black. Like someone took black paint and painted the inside of the windows.
What?
And he goes and checks the handle for the back door.
Yeah.
And it was unlocked, and he opened it, and there's like 12 dead bodies just shoved into this car.
What?
Yeah. Bro, this shit was fucking brutal.
Hell no, dude.
3 of them were cops.
Stop. What?
Yeah, 3 of them were cops. And the rest of them were a bunch of snitches, apparently.
Jesus.
Fucking Inglewood gang handled their shit. Fucking dumped them right there in front of the factory.
Jesus. Damn, what? Nah, fuck that, dude. Man, but that's what I'm saying. It's scary times, though, you know?
I don't think anything was scarier than just recently. Like that riot, like the riots we were just talking about, those are brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was living down in Racine, Wisconsin at the time, like before I came here, and you had a guy get shot 7 times in the back by a police officer.
Yep.
Now, do I condone police violence? No. Do I think the guy was 100% in the right? Absolutely not. I mean, I'm all for you listen to what the cop says. You know, generally you're not going to get fucked with.
See, here's my thing about this. It's not that I don't believe that people should say fuck the police. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's not the thing. What the problem is the police process for training and everything and hiring even, because for some reason it attracts a lot of people who want like that sense of power, and they abuse it in a lot of ways. And like, it's not like it's unheard of for corruption for that. Any type of job where it allows power, it's almost like they're going to get corrupted. You know what I mean?
And
You
it's just
can't seem to fight that.
It's just like where I was at as a CO, where a lot of COs are former military, former cops, where you're trained. A lot of cops now that are getting hired are former military.
Yeah.
You're trained to kill people.
Yeah.
You're shooting to kill.
Yeah.
As a police officer, as a CO, you're trained not to shoot to kill.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, here's the thing, too, is like I've been taking criminal justice classes, and like, so like, not that I'm saying I have like expert knowledge or any means, but like I'm trying to get a base knowledge, you know? And like, from my understanding, the strict training that should be everywhere, because it's like the law, you know? Is the escalation, like, you know what I mean? But like you said,
your
it's
gun
not
is
that
your
they're doing
absolute
that.
last resort.
Like, it's like, dude, like, I don't know, but like, it's depressing reading the law, learning the law, and seeing how broken it is. Like, because it's like, okay, why is this not being followed then? You know, like, fuck.
And where I was going with that is, you've got thousands of people that stormed Kenosha County and burned the bitch to the ground. Like, you go downtown Kenosha, it is burned to the ground.
Oh, I know.
They lit a fucking car dealership on fire.
See,
like, bro, I'm all for peaceful protest. That's awesome. I've marched in many a peaceful protest.
Yeah.
I'm all for the people. That's just not the way to handle it.
No, obviously. Well, here's the thing too: is a lot of people are saying like it sucks that those riots happen because that's a misrepresentation of those protests. You know what I mean? It's not them like as a collective. It's probably 10% of them, but obviously they do the most damage. They're going to get the most voice on the news and stuff because it's like there's this peaceful protest, but this is like burning buildings. You know, it's like it's sad because like there's also people who don't give a fuck about the cause, just like to take like advantage of the chaos, you know. Maybe they want to loot, maybe they want to just burn a building for some fucked up reason. Like there are people who do it even on like the BLM side. People are like, oh yeah, fake. Like they don't really give a fuck about black rights or whatever, you know. They just like want to be a part and like, but it's so weird. I don't know. Obviously, I hope there's change and shit, and I feel like there is gonna be. It feels like there already is. We're working towards it. It just can't be instant. That's the thing. It's like,
well, it's like.
This can't just be a trend, quote, you know? It's like, but I feel like it's not.
What was it? That song that Joyner Lucas did, that I'm Not Racist.
I really think that's a good representation. I like that. So.
That one lyric where he was like,
I really like that.
What was it? All Lives Matter is a protest to my protest.
That was good.
Like, I don't get, even in today's day and age, I was brought up amongst black people. There's not a racist bone in my body. I don't get the thinking behind of protesting another protest by saying all lives matter. Obviously, all lives matter. But in Milwaukee County, the whole county of Milwaukee in Wisconsin is the most segregated county in the United States.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that at this point. You know what I mean? Because how much shit's been going down, it's ridiculous. I could see that for sure, and it is getting scary. I hope we're not going towards a civil war type thing. Like, I don't think we would. You know what I mean?
I don't think so either.
But it's like because that shit would get shut down. But the people living in that state, it's got to be terrifying for them because they're probably gonna be National Guard, military involved and shit if it gets even close to a quote civil war. And so it's like that terrifying, like under martial law type feeling is like that is terrifying, and especially because were you saying this happened in Georgia? Or Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Wisconsin. They're not. I guess they are kind of a conservative state because they are gun rights and like so. It's like
it's a very pro gun.
To try to take that away from them is also going to be like really hard to be. You know what I mean?
Now, am I for taking away?
It's a lot of tension.
Am I for taking guns away from the people? No. Do I think that there needs to be stricter bylaws to wielding a weapon? 100%. You shouldn't be able to just go on Amazon and buy a fucking AR-15. That's just wrong. Why? Because your fucking 14-year-old sibling, some shit, could steal your parents' credit card and buy a fucking gun off Amazon. Yes.
What?
You can go on fucking Cabela's.com and just buy a gun.
What?
Without any sort of...
How fast, do you know?
Without any sort of mental examination, anything. And you wonder why you get those instances like, we'll say, Las Vegas, where hundreds of people got shot.
Yeah.
Off random.
That is... I mean, I agree with you that there does need to be, like, stricter restrictions for sure. I don't know how to do it, though, because obviously I don't know enough about it. But, like, I feel like if everyone... That's the thing. Everyone agrees that guns should be a thing, I feel like. The things about, like, what types of guns can get a little bit trickier. I personally believe like handguns are fine, rifles for hunting and stuff. Shotguns, it's like for me, it's kind of like I feel like overkill, but it's like okay, like I think it's whatever.
Shotguns for home defense isn't a terrible thing.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like shotguns. I'm like I wouldn't get a shotgun really, but like okay, but like ARs, it's like why? You know what I mean? It's like what would you want this for?
Yeah.
I get, it's strong, it's good to, like, I got good defense. It's like, but really, though, like, use a fucking pistol.
Yeah, what the fuck do you need a rifle for?
You don't need to be fucking spraying down. Like, that's so, I don't know. The fact that you want, like, the opportunity to use that, I'm like, that's so inhumane, I feel like, just to be like, oh, yeah, I want to fucking put a whole clip in this. I don't know. To me, that's weird. If you just want it for target practice and shit, I'm like, I guess... Like, just rent them or some shit. You know what I mean? Have a procedure where you can fucking rent a gun and you can't leave the facility.
Have you ever gone shooting?
No, I want to actually. Like I was saying before, I've a lot of times this year I wanted to take gun training and buy a gun, but part of that was go out shooting and stuff. But it's like, this was happening during the COVID shit beginning, so it's like it was impossible at that point to get it done legally.
I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy shooting and going out to the range and doing all that stuff. And they actually have that set up where me and you could go in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we want to shoot a fucking M9. We want to shoot a fucking Benelli shotgun. We want to shoot this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet. They give you this. They give you a few boxes of ammo. You go have some fun. Use blow-off steam. And that's really what I use it for.
Mm-hmm.
Am I a great shot? I won't say I'm a great shot, but I'm a pretty fucking good shot now. All right.
I'm not good, but I feel like instead of like being totally embarrassed, now most people just like, oh, like you didn't do too good that game. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's every game, but I'm getting better, and so I'm
taking it to Call of Duty.
Yeah, like fuck.
I'm not a great shot, but sometimes my snipes be on point.
Yeah, for real. My KD is getting above 1 now. Like I'm liking that.
I clipped it, bro. 657 meters. You know what I'm saying?
I sometimes be pulling it through with the throwing knives, bro. The throwing knives are my shit because I mastered that just because I'm like the pure humiliation you must have.
Dude, that's fucking terrible.
Like I remember old games having like the sticks and stone map.
Yes.
And like the points reset, that's all I would want to do because I didn't give a fuck if I won. I just wanted to have you go, oh, fuck you. You know what I mean? That was the best.
I love that aspect now, especially in Call of Duty. When you kill somebody, you hear their last bombs. Bro, I've actually got the clip on my Xbox.
It makes playing the game so much worth it now. You know what I mean?
I hit a 983 meter snipe. And this, no fucking way. Right. And then I got reported for hacking. So they watched me and I didn't fucking hack nothing.
So many times I got the, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, it's the best. Like, this bullshit.
Yup.
Fucking hacks.
Yo.
Come on,
and I'm not even good, you know what I mean? I just be doing a lot of bullshit.
You just get lucky as fuck sometimes.
I do a lot of dumb shit. Like, I use that, for Modern Warfare, there was a shotgun with frag rounds that was so overpowered. So it's like, I didn't have to be good with that. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, no, fuck you for using
that.
Yeah. So yeah, I know.
It's the greatest.
It's fucking AIDS. I love it. I haven't really been playing Cold War yet, but I'm excited for it. The zombies looks awesome.
That's actually what Tricky's playing right now.
Oh, that's awesome. But like, damn,
this shit looks smooth.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I like it because it's taking Call of Duty back to where it was.
It's not like over like complicated guns again.
No,
it still feels modern though. And then the zombies is nice. I've been playing a little bit of it with my cousins and shit, and like, I don't know, it just feels really good because there's a lot of progression shit you can do. It's not so hard. There's a lot of stuff, like the mini map shows where the zombies are flashing.
Okay.
So like it still has it, like you can kind of strategize more now. Mm-hmm. Other shit like that. And then like almost any gun you have, you can now upgrade it at a crafting table they have. So you if it's like they have the quality, like from Warzone. So it's like, it's automatically the gray, and then you can upgrade it to the green, the blue, the purple, the gold. And so it's like, no matter what gun you have, you're going to keep increasing damage. Right. So it's like, you're good there. And then it's just like, I don't know. It's got a lot of the old elements of zombies back, though. Mm-hmm. Mystery box that play again. You can do pack punch. The perks are helpful as fuck. You can permanently increase perks and shit. Like by playing more in the game, you unlock these crystals. And then you use those crystals to add permanent buffs. So every time you picked up that perk, it does another thing as well.
Okay, that's
it's cool. Like, dude, it's fun as fuck. And so like all the maps and shit for DLC have been said to be free for this game. So it's like, okay, let's see what they do with this. It's a good start.
I really like that they're like, because obviously Warzone.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's wild about it.
The whole aspect that they're just converting Warzone to the Cold War map.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
That's awesome.
The fact that I love zombies so much, and then this Warzone bomb about to drop in next month, December, where they're going to merge them. I'm like, bro, that's so cool that even was talked and it even happened. Like,
and they've already dropped a lot of the little stuff, like the kill streaks, if you would, where in Warzone right now you'll pop a chest every once in a while. You'll get like a radiation reducer. Because it's said that they're just going to drop a nuke on Verdansk and then it's going to become the Cold War fucking map. And this radiation reducer like cancels out your radiation poisoning because it's going to be a thing where it'll almost feel like or it's almost going to have like a Fallout type feel in Warzone where you can die from radiation sickness.
Mm.
And then if you gain enough radiation sickness, you start making your squad sick too. So it's just another aspect that they're adding to Warzone that you have to worry about.
That's actually really cool because I haven't played Warzone in a while now because I got burnt out after the Halloween event because I was playing a lot for that shit. And I was like,
that nighttime zombie mode that they
it was fun
fire as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I played so much because I loved it, and so when it was all done, I was like, okay, I need a break. And then I know about the big updates. So I was like, I'll just stop playing until that comes out. I just experience everything, what all they got to offer, and see what's all shit. So I'm excited for it though,
because they're combining both games in Warzone, where it's going to be Modern Warfare and Cold War. So you'll have Cold War guns and Modern Warfare guns all in Warzone.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying.
They're not going to remove.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like
from
my guns a lot, and then like, it's so crazy everything that happens in like. So you're playing that Warzone game, but you're playing with the MP7 from Cold War, right? Now you're upgrading that. That game is now upgraded for that Warzone, Cold War's multiplayer, and Cold War Zombies. It's also, like, this is so fucking cool that this is happening. I know it sounds like we're totally nerding out, but like this is like shit that should be happened already, but it has never happened before.
No.
It's like this cross-gen shit and like cross-save. It's like we're finally getting this and we're like, oh, thank the fucking heavens. And it's like, yeah, this should have been a thing from the fucking beginning. You know what I mean? It's like you fucking retarded. I'm so sorry. We're PC on this. We are meant to. I don't fucking care. We're turning the frogs gay. Fucking. Fuck. What were we saying? I don't know. It's stupid though. Shit.
And then there's Aaron just trying to get bitches.
No, bitches are texting me. I'm like,
bro, we're talking to a fucking audience here, and you're trying to pull hose.
It's all
there ain't no trying. I got a gift.
Priorities.
It's all good. I know what it is. I thought it was no simp November though.
I ain't simping. I'm just fucking.
He doesn't care.
I got hoes messaging me.
I bet you do.
He's got hoes.
All right.
He's got.
I thought this is a good point to wrap up though. I appreciate you guys being on.
I apologize. I
apologize if you guys didn't enjoy this. You guys, I don't usually do this, but like I tried to do this. Do you guys want to like have anything shout out or anything?
Your homeboy.
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, if the audience is interested, Tricky with 2 R's on Facebook. He's phenomenal. He's very enjoying. I mean, just pop in, say hi. If you enjoy it, awesome. If you don't, okay.
Dude, that'd be cool if someone did that. I don't know if I have that many people though, so sorry to let you down in that matter.
I mean, but I don't really got anyone to shout out.
Cool.
Pretty much the only people I really fuck with are in this room, so.
Gang. Just the real ones.
You know what we say in here? We gotta stay soft. I don't know if do you know what that means?
To what? Stay soft?
So I say this all the time.
November, we're supposed to.
No, I tell people this. When you're doing anything in your life, you have to stay soft. Meaning, like, if you got a decision, go bust it out real quick or something, and stay soft for the decision because, like, you don't need to be making decisions the rest of your day. You gotta be doing this for everything. I'm talking if a girl's messaging you, no, you go fucking stay soft real quick. You know what I mean? Because you don't need to be fucking around and getting caught lacking. You fuck this girl, next thing you know, you're raising the 4 kids you didn't know she had. You know what I mean? You say no, next thing you know, she's taking you to kill her because you raped her. It's like, well, that didn't happen. And she's like, I bet it did. And it's like, well, who's going to take the word? The fucking white woman, the black guy? Well, I'm not fighting that battle.
Right.
Yeah. So anyways, we say stay soft so we make smart decisions, but we're also politically correct around here. We got to believe in equality. So stay soft and stay dry out there. All right. Peace out, guys.